What up, what up? It's Ace OG, back on the top, back on the video. So the title of this video is gonna be, YouTube can pay you later in life. So admin notes, thanks again to all subscribe to the channel. And keep pushing the video out. You leverage, you better yourselves. So I'm gonna try to articulate myself very well here because it's cold. So my lips are actually cold. So I try to articulate myself as best as possible, but this is a concept about YouTube that I think a lot of folks need to realize if they haven't already. And because this is one of the reasons why I say that getting on YouTube, and a lot of folks, a lot of content creators are saying get on YouTube, because there's a lot of things that can happen on the back end that may not happen now while you're making content, but years from now you'll thank yourself, right? So let's get into it. So YouTube can pay you later on in life. So there's a guy that I work with at my job. He's a painter. He's an artist. So he's been doing paintings for a very long time now. I think maybe 30 years. He's like in his 60s. So we got in this conversation today before lunch. We was talking about the Impressionists. Now, I'm not an artist by any means. I did draw when I was younger, when I was a kid. I think I definitely could have had made some out of that, but for some reason I just lost interest. My daughter, as a caveat of this, I mean, she's just like an outstanding artist, and she's only 7, but she's been drawing since she was like 4, and she's an outstanding artist. And my cousin Garland, that I've mentioned up here before in this channel, is an outstanding artist as well. He's made money over the years painting. So artistry is like in our blood to a certain degree, in my opinion. But anyways, he was talking about the Impressionists, which were a group of painters that were in France, Paris, I believe, during the late 1800s. And I don't want to get it convoluted, but I think most of their artistry was based off of just ordinary pictures and events. Like I think some folks had drew pictures of people like sitting down at a table or a chair. Like Vincent Van Gogh, he made abstract paintings. You have Claude Monet, Paul Cézanne, and a couple of Impressionists. Now, as a history note, a lot of the French didn't like these artists. They didn't get a lot of love there, and a lot of their paintings were not even sold or made money until they came to the States. For whatever reason, France didn't like the Impressionists as far as their artistry, right? So, so fast forward a little bit, like a lot of these painters, these artists I'm talking about, are world renowned now. They long since been dead, but their paintings are selling for millions of dollars right now. Claude Monet, Paul Cézanne, Vincent Van Gogh. I think another artist, I think is Rainier, I believe. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But these folks didn't make almost any money when they was painting these paintings while they were alive. I think my coworker has said Paul Cézanne had made the famous painting, The Card Players. I want to say he made like 4 or 5 different paintings of this particular subject, and he didn't get paid not one penny making that particular drawing, painting those paintings. And after he passed, he said one of those paintings actually sold for I think a little bit over 200 million. And at the time, it was the most expensive painting, sold even more expensive than the Mona Lisa. So it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? He said Vincent Van Gogh, he only got paid for one painting while he was alive, and that painting sold for 15 francs. If you think about Vincent Van Gogh now, what do you think about? Think about painters and artistry. And you're not going to get a Vincent Van Gogh original without paying like an exorbitant amount of money, right? So this is what I'm saying when it comes to like YouTube. So sometimes when I do like certain searches on YouTube, I'll see videos that are 5 years old, 6 years old. It may not even have that many views. Might have, I don't know, 50,000 views, something like that. But these folks are still making money even though they made that video 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So when you make a video now in real time, you may not make any money off that video, but later on in life, that video could literally start making you money. There's people that's out there right now that are like not to say that I guess they're really big time YouTubers, but I mean, but they've been on the platform for a while, and they have videos that they made years ago that they're still getting revenue from. And I'm talking about significant revenue, not no like $5 a day. You got some folks that got videos out there that are making $500 a day, and they made them years ago, right? So this is one of the reasons why, you know, folks are saying, you know, to keep uploading, keep posting content, because you never know what's going to happen to those videos, right? You know, during the time you make that video, depending on what kind of niche you have and what kind of content you're creating, may not be that particular, may not be that popular during this time. But not to say YouTube is forever, but I mean, but you know, as long as YouTube is here, your videos are still gonna be here. And one day, somebody may search that particular topic or that subject that you made when it comes to that video. They may come across your video, and your video may go viral. There's plenty of YouTubers out there that, you know, that didn't have their first viral moment until years after they came on YouTube, off an old video they made, right? So your videos that you make right now in the present time, in real time, don't lose value. If anything, they increase in value. Because, you know, it's an archive. It's stuff that could be very relevant, you know, during the present time of that time, you know, once the person watches it, right? You know, YouTube is timeless. It's not restricted to a particular time frame. So I can make a video, and 15 years later, that video could still have relevance, right? All depends what the niche is. All depends what I'm talking about. So you know, making a comparison between, you know, making a YouTube video and these impressionists that had these paintings, you know, these folks painted those paintings, and I'm just paraphrasing here and just thinking outside the box. I'm pretty sure they made these paintings because at the time, this is something they really wanted to do, right? You know, like, you know, not to say that these folks didn't want to make money off those paintings. I'm not sure. I have no clue. But, you know, there was a reason why these folks made hundreds of these paintings, because this is really what was going on during that time in France, right? So they made the content, the content meaning the paintings, right? And, you know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, at the time, you know, it would have been nice for them to get paid for it. But a lot of these artists never got paid for their paintings, right? They never sold anything, some of these artists. And you got these paintings that they made, you know, back in the late 1800s, that folks are paying multiple millions of dollars for a painting. I think there was a situation recently where, and I'm pretty sure some folks saw it in the news, where somebody, I think, paid $6 million for a banana that was taped to a wall. Look it up, y'all. Somebody paid $6 million for a little banana that was taped to I guess a wall or a canvas or something, and then the person ate it after he bought it for $6 million. It's absolutely insane, you know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show that, like, you have some folks out there that had no respect for money. They have money to blow, right? And, you know, there's no cost for you to create a video outside of you having paying for a phone bill, or, you know, maybe you have some type of backdrop or something like that. You know, like, you're not putting a lot of money in when it comes to creating content. But years from now, that content could literally make you rich. You never know, you know? You know, everybody has their own niche. Everybody has their own spin on things, right? So even though you may not be getting any views right now, but even though you may have a niche, or you just have content that's just not catching on, that's not to say that content will not catch on years from now. It's very possible, very possible. So anyways, you know, YouTube can make you money on the back end. It can literally make you money years from now. So keep posting content, because you never know what's going to happen with your content, right? So anyways, you want me to discuss the topic or subject in the benefit of your channel, email me at asog757@gmail.com. My email address, send a description below. Say ASOG, signing out. I'm gone.